Welcome to the Video Game Collectors Podcast. I'm Josh Byerly,
I'm Matt Rose, and you're not.
and I'm not. Nobody is, except you.
No,
That's a funny story. I went to school, well, I went to university with another Matt Rose. So
there's one in my town, and he literally has my same middle name too.
that's weird.
And he just got arrested for something bad.
Did they come to your house looking
Somebody,
for
I had some friends call me and asked if it was me.
No shit.
That's like, well, I answered my phone. Sorry, that's a side tangent. So I just gave out false information. Maybe you are Matt Rose. I apologize. My bad.
And you're not.
If you're in jail when you come out, don't come after me.
Oh my God. Well, we had some big stuff happen in the video game world this week. First and foremost, WATA announced a new pricing structure for graded video games, from CIB to sealed to cartridge, and every 4 display box in between. So I think Matt and I want to go over that, as well as the other grading companies, CGC and VGA, their pricing tiers, and just kind of share where the prices are at right now for grading and estimated turn times on getting stuff back.
Yep. Just so at least you have that knowledge. I will share my screen.
Share that screen, Matt.
I will.
I can't remember everything.
You're supposed to.
All right.
Why don't this thing shrink down? Okay, let's get rid of that. Don't say it. I know you're
click that little button there. Click that little button. Make the go to the next screen there for WATA.
The next,
WATA games.
There's a button.
Click that. Click it again. Oh my God.
I can just scroll down.
Blog overhaul. Oh, really? There.
No, it's right here.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Okay, there it is. Check it out. It's a tweet from WATA. So their pricing went down. Anything that's CIB, anything that's sealed is $50.
That's awesome.
60-day turn time.
Now, what was it before? Because I forget, because it's been forever since I've submitted CIB. Was it like 100? It was 100 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, because there was no other tiers available to grade at that time. So you had to send it fast, or and it was $175 or something like that.
Oh, that's why it was.
Yeah, there was no turbo selection for CIB. But even if it was a turbo selection, it would have been more. This is really bringing pricing down across the board on things. So the only thing that has gone up is modern. So anything from 360, Wii, PS3 and up is now $50, not $40 for the turbo tier. And
did speedruns stay the same for those?
I think so. I think speedruns actually $85. This is the graphic. It was incorrect when they published it. Go figure. And the pricing is supposed to be $85, but they're going to honor the $80 pricing, I think, for a couple weeks that they published it as. But they did have a big thing out there saying that it was actually $85. So that's for speedrun. And good old Warp Zone is $175 plus liability. Declare your games properly. If you don't know what to declare them, they will tell you. It's fine.
Is that a change in Warp Zone? That seems about what we would have paid before.
I feel like that's the same.
Okay. So that stayed the same, but the lower tiers came down ish.
Yeah, $50 is a great price for a CIB. I love that.
Oh, for CIB, absolutely. Now, what's the thing with the you add another $50 if you want?
Yeah, it's actually so there's two tiers to CIB. There's CIB basic, I guess that's what it's called, just CIB, and CIB plus. CIB plus, well, let's start with CIB basic. CIB basic isn't going to include pre-grading photos. You're not going to be able to get the GSI, the game-specific inserts, so posters, maps, registration cards, graded or on the label stating that they are in the game. So not if you have those components, say if you have a Mike Tyson's Punch Out and it has a letter, you got the Dragon Warrior with all the maps, the Final Fantasy with all the maps and all that shit, you probably want to send that CIB plus, because CIB plus remains the same. The price is lower. It's $90. So it's an additional $40 to do CIB plus, but it's still significantly less than what it used to be. So
I thought somebody was mentioning it's an additional $50.
It's an additional $40.
Okay,
Somebody can't
so
read.
okay,
So,
that's fine.
uh,
So
but
it's
that's okay.
$90 for the full meal deal on CIB right now,
Yep.
right?
And they brought back sticker removal, but I want to say it cost $40. So
They did. Wow. I didn't think they
mhm.
would. Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Okay.
You know what's great about that, Josh, is somebody messaged me, just to touch on it real quick, about our sticker removal video. He messaged me just to make sure he was doing it right. He followed it and he pulled some sick stickers himself off of some really expensive games,
Nice.
and was showing me the pictures and was really excited. So glad to have helped you out. Glad that video worked for you.
Yeah. And if people want to do that, go, you can look back in our videos. It's pretty clear. Matt's pulling stickers off shit. But if you want to do that yourself, I just always advise you to do it on an inexpensive game first.
Yes.
Just practice it, do it on something that's not a video game. Find a price sticker on some shit that you don't care about that you're going to open anyways. Try to work that price sticker off of a toy that you got for your kid or something.
But if it's on a cardboard box directly, man, good luck to you. If you figure it out, let me know.
A little bit of heat.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
okay. So or did we
That's
cover?
that's really covering what WATA's doing. They do have an Instagram live with Dennis Kahn, Dan Gomez, and Andrew Shelton on
19th
19th. Is it the 19th? I
tomorrow.
guess tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. On Instagram in the evening. Check it out.
And I can attest to these turnaround times. I've had 2 orders in recently, or 3 orders in recently, and they have all come back within that 20-day window because I was doing speed run, just so you
Awesome.
know. So it's quite fast.
That's great.
Yep.
So let's go to the other guys. Let's just share some pricing. If you're watching this as a video, great. If you're trying to just listen to us, we'll do our best to explain.
Yep.
We're on CGC Video Games website here.
Yep.
And they have modern sealed or cartridge, retro sealed or cartridge, and those are two different prices. So modern sealed would be everything GameCube and up. And then retro sealed would be everything Dreamcast, PlayStation 1 and down.
Which would be, what year did GameCube come out? Is it 90?
2001.
Was it?
2001.
Wow. Okay.
Darn tootin'. Fall of 2001. So,
man. All right.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where that is. I think that it's $40 for a modern game, $50 for a retro game.
And so there no like fast speed, slow speed. It just one is, and that's what you go
Yep,
with.
one is, one isn't, and right now they say their current turnaround for working days is 20. I know that other people, when they first submitted, they got backed up pretty quick, and people, I think one guy I know just got some games back finally, and he submitted at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So they were backed up for a while. Now they're saying their turn time is 20 days. So I can't say that it isn't. So I don't know where they stand currently, but that's what they're calling out on the website, 20 days. So all of these grades or all these tiers for the sealed and cartridge, $50, $40, it goes up on CIB. So modern CIB runs $80 to grade and retro CIB runs $100 to grade.
So they're kind of in line with WATA, really. Price, $10 more, but
yeah,
really
I think
same,
WATA got
same
in
thing.
line with them more than anything here.
Got
So WATA for anything is going to be $90 for your full CIB. I did see some CIBs for I did see one, I want to say it was a Kirby's, and I don't think that they listed out if there was game specific inserts on it or not. I think you have to do it through their app and to see them, or look it up on the website to see what the GSIs are graded, which is easy enough to do. Now, say for instance, your game is worth over $2,500. You're going to want to charge the walkthrough of either a sealed or CIB game. Walkthrough doesn't mean like take it there and walk it through. It's just this goes through our system faster. Maybe you can go there and walk it through with them. But essentially it is $100 plus 2% of the fair market value. And then it is also for CIB $200. So not 100, 200 and 2% of the fair market value. So,
And 5 days.
and 5 days.
So this is kind of like their warp zone, really.
Yeah, similar to Warp Zone. Walk through Warp Zone. Starting with a W.
Can you just lie and say a Barbie's worth 5,000 and send it in and do this?
You probably could.
Hmm.
If you wanted to pay for it, right?
Yeah. Maybe you want your Barbie back in 5 days.
Yeah. And then there's a couple other add-ons here. Looks like they don't do a cleaning. They can cross over, but it's just according to tier. Pedigree for a label on the game is grading fee plus $10. Personalization, so you can add personalized message on there for $10.
For real?
That's why there's like the very first game graded by CGC label, right? That's a personalization, or the first N64 game graded by.
But you can put anything in there.
Well,
because this is a whole new world if you can. gifts just went up a notch.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Oh, they reserve the right to reject personalizations that are confusing, profane, or for any other reason.
Oh, man.
I bet they would be okay if you put some your mama jokes on there. So
that's what she said. Do you think that?
Yeah, so that's CGC in a nutshell. Games are coming back to people from what I'm seeing. There's games ending on heritage. That stuff is coming into the market, which is good. And we
moving along.
Yeah, let's go on to VGA, see where VGA is. They don't have, I guess the published turn time on VGA's website right now is not very accurate. However, I did talk to a guy and he said that it is currently about 4 months. It's saying 45 days right now, which if you took that into working days, that's
on archival, it's saying 45 days. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a month and a half if you took that into, say, but working days would be less than that. So it's probably about 2 months is what 45-day turnaround would be at VGA. Genuinely, maybe it's faster, maybe it's slower, right? But 45 days is what they publish, currently around 4 months. Premium, the tier below that, is a 60-day turnaround on the website, but it is running about 4.5 to 5 months is what I was told. Now pricing with them, there's basic sizes, right? So you can get pretty much anything graded at VGA if it's something they'll do, right? So standard size is going to be your basic video games. So stuff that they've have standard cases that they know they're going to make. And that's going to be NES, Super Nintendo, N64, Atari 2600, Sega Genesis, and so on down the list. And you're looking at $125 to grade something with that.
Archival.
And archival includes a UV upgrade. So a lot of people are going to choose archival, I would imagine. But if you just don't care and you want to wait a little bit longer, you can do premium for $90. So
yeah, if you're going to spend that much anyway, might as well throw in the extra 35. I mean, I hope if you're grading a game, it's going to be some significant value or of importance anyway.
I think it should be noted too that they also charge a service fee. Go scroll back up there, Matt. On items over $5,000. So like WATA, like CGC, they're doing a bump value build. So items over $5,000 value build at 2.5% the grading fee.
What was CGC's 2%?
Oh wait, so no, that's not the value bump. They're just adding an additional 2.5% on the grading fee
if it's above 5,000.
Yeah, so $125 plus 2.5%. Okay. So it's not a value bump. What do I know?
You can get a grading summary, a cleaning for $10, which is basically, if I remember right, when I used to submit.
Well worth it.
Yeah, I think I always got the cleaning on all of my
Mhm.
games because they'd basically, clean them down and make sure there's no dust or, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do a grading report too. $25.
Yep. And they actually give you a report. I think I still have some of my
Yeah, they
old
were
games.
nice. They
Yeah.
they really did break down why certain things were getting what they got. They would circle areas on the box, say, "Hey, this is what's screwed up
Yep.
and what's holding it back."
Yep.
Um, so with
Mm.
VGA, they and some others, but VGA is the standard on this stuff. Are You can do custom sizes, and
Yeah,
you're going to be able to go up to 60 inches or more.
that's what she said.
That's a big, but you're going to have to call to get the pricing on that. That's a big, big case.
Oof.
But standards, like going from standard to custom one and then to custom two,
I think
essentially, some of your big box PC games.
this is kind of like PC, right? 20 to 29 inches, I think.
Yeah, I
Because
think
it's
they're
going to
under
be
20 inches,
because
honestly.
it's going to be bottom side um and then depth together.
Yeah.
So depth is always about, 2 to 3, side's going to be 11, that's 18, and then bottom, 14. Yeah, you might get into the 20 to 29 with computer, depending on which one games.
Yeah. And with that, you kind of start, these are custom cases they're making for these things. So you're $200 for that first quicker tier and then 145 for the premium. So
Yeah. And if you're curious, just measure your game, side, bottom, or the longest width, longest length, and then longest thickness, and then add those together. And there you go.
yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. Well, those are the companies we wanted to cover today. There's other grading companies out there. You
Ooh.
can choose to use them if you like. There is a Player One. There's IGS. There is CAS down in Florida as well. CAS is similar to the way VGA case would look. Standard wise, I don't know. I don't know anything about CAS. I do know that they grade stuff though. And then in Europe, there's a couple grading companies too,
I th-
UKG, and then the other one.
and they've been around forever.
UKG has been,
Yeah.
and they do acrylic like VGA, like a basic acrylic case. But what I've noticed with a UKG case versus a VGA case is they're almost a little smaller. Like on a PS2 game, it is definitely smaller in a UKG holder. And I don't know on other stuff. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's kind of grading companies. If you want to grade video games, if you don't want to grade video games with any company or grade games at all, just don't do it then. And
Yeah. Yeah.
not a big deal.
Yeah.
And if you have an opinion about them and you don't grade stuff, I don't care either. You can have an opinion, but don't be a jerk to people. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Let people do what they want to do.
Yeah.
All righty.
That's it.
Moving along, Matt. We've had some interesting sales this week. We had
You want to
a
hop into the sales and then the
yeah. Then we'll
water.
do
Okay.
pop
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. Let's take a
Um,
look.
yeah. Let's do that one later. Let's do the eBay ones first. I thought these were cool. I just
Wow,
I'm
this one's really cool.
Yes. Here we have a Fairchild Channel F checkers. I know everybody's been waiting for this one. Uh, Not the case. Every Fairchild Channel F collector has been waiting for this game because this game is a late release and just a rare game in general. From what I was reading, it was in production in 1981 for only a small window and essentially a mail order game. So finding the cartridge is hard to do. Finding the box and manual and all the inserts in this one, I imagine that's very hard to do as well. I couldn't find a lot of data on this, but this one sold open auction for $930. And for all of you who don't know who Fairchild Channel F is as a video game system, it is essentially the first video game system that used cartridges. So you can take that for what you will. It's interesting. It's a really, really shitty system. if you're gonna sit down and play garbage for a couple days, I would recommend the Bally Astrocade, which is not garbage. The Atari 2600 Intellivision or ColecoVision.
Hmm.
So
I like Intellivision and ColecoVision.
I would stay away from the Fairchild Channel F, and I would stay away from the RCA Studio 2.
Is it that bad?
It's not good.
I've never seen one. I've never played one.
I would even go to TI 99 before this Channel F, because you can do computer shit on that and play Hunt the Wumpus. So
Hunt the Wumpus?
Yeah. But this is a collector video game, a rare video game. And it's good to see stuff like this still getting love on eBay, $930. Maybe there's been higher sales than this, but I can't think of a Fairchild Channel F game selling for close to $1,000.
I have to look. Yeah, okay. Legit
Yeah,
bidders.
Dude, wow. There's at least there's 3 over $700. So I guarantee you some dude just needed this to finish his set.
Sure.
3 people needed to finish their set.
And it probably hasn't popped in, what, a year or 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably not in this condition either.
But here's the thing. Somebody comes to me and they go, "Oh my God, the rarest Fairchild Channel F game is on eBay right now, and it's ending tomorrow." I'm definitely jumping on there and I'm going to bid on this thing. And then I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. I've had these before, but I've just never kept this stuff. I've never had a Checkers. Well, maybe I did. I don't know. But
Interesting. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Let me tell you about Checkers, Matt. It's
cool.
If you know the game chess, then it's nothing like checkers. Okay.
I was waiting to see where you're going with that one.
All right.
Okay. How about this game though? This game.
Oh, we got a computer game. VGA, here it comes. Yeah, this goes back to January 4th. So we're 2 weeks old looking at stuff, because there was no real big sale that I saw on eBay from since we last did the podcast. But this Diablo 2 looks to be a first release big box of this beautiful behemoth, and it sold for $1,555. Open auction, 21 bids. I didn't look at the photos, but I assume it's a pretty nice looking copy, other than the sticker on the box on the front. Yeah, as you can see, these didn't have plastic on them. They had sticker seals. Yeah, this is a nice looking copy.
Yeah, so when you're grading, computer games and you get like an 80, you're going to typically send it to VGA and you get an 80, 85 back. That's
good. An 80 plus. Look at see the front of that box has a sticker. That's just,
the front has a sticker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, real.
Got an old Best Buy sticker on it. So
this type of cardboard is a touch different to pull off of when you have that glossy cardboard, on the front that's got a nice finish. It is easier to pull these off.
But in this case, looks like somebody tried to. I would take what's left of that, hit it with a low heat setting on a heat gun, heat that sucker up. Be very careful in peeling it off. You're going to have residue left over. Take that sticker that you just peeled off. You'll see the residue areas, and quickly dab the residue with the adhesive while it's still warm on the back of that sticker. And you should be able to pull some of that off. So, and if not, get a light rag and just slowly work it out.
Or suck it up, get a little bit of lighter fluid and lightly, but maybe I shouldn't say that because you could ruin the box.
I wouldn't put lighter fluid on it. Now, if I want to burn it, sure.
I'll be careful what I say, I guess. But that's cool. Yeah. So even with that sticker and pretty nice shape. And somebody was stoked with it for $1,500.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So those were kind of the eBay sales that Matt and I saw. There was a couple heritage sales from their modern auction they had, which did surprisingly strong, I felt, but it was a lot of top graded stuff, single highest graded items on the WATA Pop Report. Yeah, just kind of go over these two sales here, Matt. Let's look at the other one first. So we see that this Square Enix sold for $9,600 all in. It's a 98A plus.
Yep.
Okay. Square Enix variant. Right here we have a 98A plus. This is a Squaresoft variant. The Squaresoft variant on this game, not so much a variant. It's the first print. It came out with Squaresoft first, and then before it went to a greatest hits printing, there was a small run of Square Enix releases of Final Fantasy X. So Final Fantasy X has always been this game that the second print before greatest hits
is worth more.
Very, very hard to find, and it's always maintained a bigger and better value over the Squaresoft version.
It's so funny to me that a second print can sell for, almost 4x more than the legitimate first print in the same grade.
I think both versions would be great versions to have. Don't get me wrong, but the Square Enix is, I believe, the one you want to get. This variant, the Square Enix Squaresoft, does go to Kingdom Hearts as well. You can find a similar variant, and the Square Enix Kingdom Hearts is harder than the Squaresoft Kingdom Hearts. So, but we're talking Final Fantasy.
Now this price isn't necessarily new for this level of game, because don't I remember a long time ago these going for about the same price?
Yeah, I think that we see prices like this on top the pop stuff, right? We see the 9.8s going for the most.
And do we have the pop report open on this?
Yeah, we do. I think we pulled this up. So
okay, so
right away you see that WATA has it broken down into the variants here: Squaresoft and Square Enix. Now, Square Enix, there are other versions, but they are all greatest hits. The version you're going to want to look at here is the Made in USA. There are 3 9.8A pluses.
So this is top of the pop. This is
top of the pop. And I know who has at least one of the other 9.8s, and that dude's not selling it. So okay. And then Final Fantasy X Squaresoft down there, Matt, how they've done 23 9.8s, and there are 14 A pluses.
Yep.
I would argue that the Square Enix one was a good deal, honestly, in comparison to how many there are for the Squaresoft.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I feel like the multiplier should have been a little greater, actually. I don't think it was a crazy price.
12, yeah.
14 versus 3.
Yeah,
you're almost at a 10-to-1 ratio on rarity. Like I
five,
believe it to be true.
5-to-1, but sure, okay.
No. Yeah, no, not bad.
You went to college. You went to college. It's okay.
What?
It's okay. I don't blame you. I dropped out. You went to college. It's all good.
You don't have to be mean about it. For real. Okay. All right. What do we got next? So we didn't really have anything to go over on the population report with WATA. I do know that CGC, they haven't published a pop report, but some snarky folks on Discord have figured out how to get that data. So
get what data?
See what's been graded.
Oh,
CGC.
Oh, really? Interesting. So we're gonna look at Guitar Hero real quick.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we're gonna look at Guitar Hero. That's right.
Yeah, I have it open.
I like this variant. Guitar Hero for the PlayStation 2. There are different versions of it. So if you want to drill down to both of them, these are greatest hits releases, or the pack-in ones, the Activision release. And then there's the Red Octane release. And that's what we're going to look at here. This would essentially be what people would call the retail version, I would say, because it has a UPC on it. You had to buy this in the store with buy the game by itself. And it looks like there are 101 total graded. And there are 2 variants here. So you see there's a 95003 product code, and then just a 00013 product code. Now, the first one I said there, the 95003, is the Activision part number on the back of the Red Octane. release of it. So essentially, Activision just kept the Red Octane brand and reprinted them. The other one, however, is a non-Activision part number, which is really interesting. And it is quite hard to find when you're just out there looking for this game. Every now and then one will just pop up and you get lucky and you hit the buy it now a couple $100, maybe $100, because they're just priced as a brand new copy of Guitar Hero. But as you can see, there are only 9.98s on this, Matt, and there are 3 A++. This is a great example of a hard to find first print of a game in high grade.
Yeah. And so this is the one, when you look on the back, it doesn't have that part code.
Yeah, it doesn't have the 206 dash or whatever part code to it.
Yeah.
Which is the 95003.
I wish I had a picture open of that right now that I could go to. But you could actually, didn't Dan do a Guitar Hero on WATA on
maybe
this on the blog?
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not, but it's a really cool variant. And talk about a monumental video game in video game history. Guitar Hero, the first Guitar Hero.
See,
always neat when you can pick out a cool game like that and really discover a neat variant that shows that one came before another. I think that's why collecting is so cool.
Surprisingly, there's actually less A++ in the other variant. There's only 2.
That's interesting.
But there's a lot of A+.
There are just a lot of graded ones in comparison. 74 to 27. What is that, Matt? 10 to 1?
No, it's not 10 to 1.
No, that's not 10 to 1.
It's just under 3 to 1, but that's okay. You're close.
Okay. Still good.
Yep. Still in the ballpark.
Still in the ballpark, yeah.
It's a big ballpark.
Not hitting for the cycle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's our population report for you.
That's it.
I like the name of that. The population report.
Oh, that's what we're going to call this? I got to write that down.
Yeah. I'm pretty proud of myself with that one. I don't know what else to say.
Population report with a star and a smiley face.
But what else we got, Matt? We're running little long here.
Oh, we are. What about wins? Or actually,
I got a double dribble off eBay, sealed.
Ooh,
it's nice.
Except
it's got
where'd you find that?
That was buy it now. Oh shit. Yeah. There we go.
Who sent that to you?
I don't know. Somebody nice. Was that you or was it Eric?
It was nice of him. It was me.
Oh, thanks, man.
I was being facetious.
I know.
Actually, I have a double, and it was Eric, but we both know I just won the race because I got nice steal of a deal on a skater die. They sent it in a bubble mailer, so there is a little tiny bit of damage, probably due to the bubble mailer, which sucks. But for the price, great game. I'm not gonna cry. And then I've had this sitting on my desk. It just made sense that I should both. I had the
Commodore 64, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Originally programmed not originally programmed, ported to the Commodore 64. And that's where all the other ones are based off of.
And that's what I remember playing on it as a kid first.
That's pretty neat.
Nintendo had it. We were really hoping to have our good buddy Dan on the show tonight. I know he wanted to be here, but he was busy commenting on WATA posts to boost his rating.
Yeah, yes, he was. That son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
Okay. Gosh, I feel like we're missing something here. These episodes are just so short.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird being short.
Yeah, I've been organizing video games, In the evenings, I come down to my game room and I try to make sense of it and why I have certain things. And
You know what's I'm realizing is that spreadsheets are important for your games, regardless of what you have. Because right now I'm going through mine finally, now that I have them slightly out of the out of some of the closets, and putting them all in spreadsheets just to keep track, for security purposes. And when somebody asks you what games you have, it's nice to know what doubles you have. And so when you accidentally sell off a game you didn't mean to sell off because you don't have another one, it's pretty important.
yeah, it's really nice when you are bidding on stuff on Heritage or anywhere for that matter, and you're like, I need to get this game, and then you go and you look and you have it already. So
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
But
I got nothing else.
I guess I will share one other thing though. My best friend, I was waiting for him for 6 months. I posted on Instagram, but I'll share it here too. Why not? Waited why I can find my games now. I waited 6 months for him to build me these. But I'll go ahead and share it. I'll show it. It's kind of in the background.
Dang.
Got some nice game shelves.
Oh my gosh.
Little Star Wars poster.
I think you need some Star Wars figures in there too.
I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome.
Plus, it helps. It helps the lighting for this, so you can see just how pale I am.
You don't have to go to a tanning booth now. You just go in that room.
I can change the colors. Probably should. Anyway, that's it.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
just thought you'd think that cool.
Thank you everybody for watching and commenting and asking questions.
Yeah, please leave your thoughts. Please comment and ask questions, or give us some ideas of what you'd like to see maybe on some of our price breakdowns. If you see something sell or something, let us know. And if you want our thoughts on that, we'll be happy to go over that. That'd be cool. Or
yeah, I love giving commentary on weird stuff.
yeah, or if you want us, if we continually do this kind of in the same format, and we're looking at pop reports, maybe if you want to suggest some games that you want us to look in the pop reports and kind of talk about, happy to do that too.
Yeah.
And I know we have a guest eventually coming on. He'll listen to this as soon as he gets his mic. Maybe.
I bought a mic, Matt. I'm not using it though, because my computer does not have a USB port.
You have a newer Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just buy the little extender for $19. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I got 2 of them.
God, I love Apple.
I know, they get you every way.
And bastards.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Adios.
Thanks, everyone.
Au revoir.
Hasta la vista.
Ciao.
Sayonara.
Adios.
Au revoir.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.